Zicho ran to the front of Himei's beauty salon and pounded on the door wildly. He was screaming hysterically, demanding Himei to come out and face him. Back then, he chose to follow his biological father Zhao Huaguang to study in the UK to ease the financial pressure on his adoptive father Li Haichao. Everyone thought he had reunited with his wealthy father and would have a good life in the UK. In reality, he had to not only go to school but also work at a restaurant every day. Zhao Huaguang came to the restaurant to mock him, saying he did a great job as a server. Bowing and serving people was something he learned well. The implication was that Li Haichao didn't teach him real skills. Zhao Huaguang proudly told Zicho that his current wife had given birth to a son. The Li family was a line Zicho could never cross. Zhao Huaguang repeatedly asked him to cut off all ties with the Li family. This only made his hatred grow stronger inside. Li Jianjian and Ling Xiao had been looking for him for a long time and finally found him here. As he saw Li Jianjian worrying about him, his heart was deeply moved. He couldn't help but tightly embrace her. A few minutes later, Himei and Li Haichao arrived too. Li Haichao was holding Himei's son in his arms. They left Zicho and Himei alone in the inner room for a private conversation. Soon, the sound of a broken cup was heard from inside. Zicho questioned Himei why she had called Zhao Huaguang on her own. Didn't they already say there was no relationship between them? Why was she interfering in his life again now? Zicho couldn't understand why he was always the one being abandoned. Every time he needed a home, it was Li Jianjian and Li Haichao who took him in, so he didn't return immediately after graduation. Instead, he worked hard and earned money in the UK. He vowed to open a coffee shop that Li Jianjian loved, with all the desserts Li Jianjian loved displayed in the window. He wanted Zhao Huaguang to know he was doing well. Also, he wanted to give all the best things to those who had never abandoned him. Himei kept apologizing to him, but he didn't need it at all. Zicho wiped his tears and left the room. He took Li Jianjian and Ling Xiao with him. Li Haichao was a bit worried about Himei. He knew she was going through a tough time and needed some time alone, so he left the place. After she was alone, she couldn't control her sadness anymore. She fell to the ground and cried loudly. The next morning, while the kids were still asleep, Li Haichao started making breakfast for them. When Zicho got up, he saw a painting on the floor. It showed the five of them sitting together eating at the table. This painting was secretly slipped into his room through the door by Li Jianjian during the night. After Li Haichao prepared breakfast, he asked him to call Ling Xiao upstairs for breakfast. This scene felt like it had returned to their childhood. He took a broom and tapped on the ceiling. Ling Xiao, who was brushing his teeth upstairs, understood immediately. He quickly finished washing up and went downstairs to eat. While having breakfast, Li Haichao told Zicho that he had the right to know some things about Himei. In the summer of 1999, Himei working at a mall counter was deceived by the manager. The manager, who had a family, pursued her. Although she didn't accept the manager's advances, his wife came to the mall and caused a scene without knowing the truth. She was publicly insulted as a fox spirit in front of everyone. She not only received a slap but was also fired without getting her salary. To make matters worse, the landlord misunderstood her and kicked her out of the apartment without giving her a chance to explain. Download the Daily Short app to watch full episodes for free.